Hello and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? If you're doing great. For today's episode, I want to discuss the concept of 50-50 in a relationship or even in a marriage. Now, a lot of people have been making videos online talking about the concept of 50-50, whether in relationship or in marriage. They said, especially the women are saying that that doesn't make any sense for a man, because most times these days, men are asking women, what do you bring to the table? What are you going to? And some of the women are saying that they are at the table, or they bring their BJJ to the table, or they bring their womb to the table. A lot of men are saying that is not enough. Like bringing your womb to the table or bringing your VJJ to the table is not enough. They're arguing that they can get that anywhere. However, a lot of single people are also moving in together to cohabit before marriage because of the cost of living crisis. I mean, if you live in the UK, you know that paying your bills alone at the moment is is very heavy. So whether single, whether married, or whether man or woman, most times you see people moving in together, shared accommodation, and just trying to make sure that they are able to meet up with their bills. Now, some relationship partners or some couple, whether in a serious relationship or they just want to see how it goes, they move in together, and most times this couple, they pay 50-50. They get the bills. This is before marriage now. They get the bill, they pay, they split it into half and they pay whatever they have to pay. And then most times, if those same relationship progress to marriage, the expectation, because at that point, the man and the woman, especially the man, is now comfortable for the woman to pay the bills or to pay half of the bills. In a relationship, yes, I can understand that because there's no kids involved, and most times in a relationship, if they're living together, the man is more willing to do some chores in the house because he's not seeing you as a wife. Okay, but now if that relationship progresses to marriage, now that man is seeing her as a wife, so you are now going to do all the wifely duties, cleaning, cooking, providing support for your husband, whether emotionally, sexually, or mentally. You're there to support your husband, and then also you're supporting your husband financially. At the end of the day, these women, they get pregnant, they have kids. Now, you're not just doing 50-50 for the bills, providing 100% emotional support for your husband, sexual support, all those support for your husband. Now you're doing 100% for the kids. So these are the conversations going on online. I am just going to play some videos from TikTok for you to kind of see the different perspective or different views on the concept of 50-50. Watch this.
10 years ago when I said I made the biggest mistake that working wives make, especially successful ones. I was like, oh babe, it's okay, you don't have to worry, I can bring half of the bill. And slowly I trained my mom to always expect 50% of my pay bill. At first it wasn't anything because we were just the two of us, but with time I got to realize it's never 50-50. As a woman, you do more. You have childbearing, you're looking after the home. If you're married and you're providing 50% because you feel you're successful and you have the money, the biggest reason why your man is not providing for you fully, and he can if he has a career, is because you've positioned yourself wrongly. You've positioned yourself to be like a man, to be independent. You've positioned him to expect your paycheck.
The whole concept that relationships are 50-50 is a complete scam. From the very beginning, I think there's always someone that likes the other person just a little bit more. I do think it always changes though. The person that was a little bit not that interested is always the person that ends up falling in love the most so. But it never is just 50-50. But even if we just talk about things like cooking and cleaning and just doing things for each other, again, it's never, ever, ever 50-50. Someone always gives a bit more than the other person. Think about all your relationships. Think about it. Was it 50-50? I know the idea of it is cute and great, and relationships should, in theory, be 50-50, but it is a scam. It doesn't exist, okay?
Going 50-50 with a man in a healthy relationship doesn't exist. And this is going to be so controversial, but let's fucking do it. A man that is willing to go 50-50 with a woman is a man that still yet doesn't have the intention of being a financial provider. When a man says, I want my woman to provide for herself while still expecting her to raise his children, he's basically saying, I want my wife to be half of the man for me while still being all of the woman. This is an unbalanced equation of the feminine and masculine dynamic. When the woman is working to provide the other 50% while raising children, it will put her on survival mode and she cannot fulfill her divine purpose as a mother to carry, nurture, and raise her children to be the highest reflection of their father. And then men say, I will not provide for you, I will not marry you, and I will not lead you. But I will fuck you, and if you get pregnant, we'll figure it out with no plan because I'm a man that lacks intention. This is why we have so many broken families and our communities are degrading. The masculine energy in our society is weak. It's why so many women have daddy issues. There's no real discipline, no focus, and no leadership from men anymore. At least not many. Instead, society wants to push women to be more masculine instead of providing the masculine support needed to uplift and protect their feminine essence.
Relationships are not 50-50. That is just in theory. Anybody that's ever been in a real relationship will know that sometimes your partner will struggle and they're going to need for you to pick up the 80% and you just make them easy with the 20% because they're kind of extra needed. And that's simply what love is. That's, what it's all about.
Now, I understand why people want to do 50-50. I understand that, okay, there are situations where the man may not be able to provide 100%, or maybe the woman is earning more than the man, so they're happy to split the bills. But I don't think marriage, because for me, if I am getting married, maybe my 20s, early 20s, I would say, okay, I am earning money, you're earning money. Let's see how we can work this out and pay the bills. But because you're not kind of looking at the bigger picture, you're not looking at when you're going to have kids, and also the kind of person you're getting married to. You have to marry somebody who is kind, because most of the people having issues with 50-50 are those saying that their husbands are not kind. They have 50-50 for the bills, and then every other thing else the woman is doing 100%. These are the issues. So for me, before I don't even believe in 50-50. I believe in partnership. I believe in you bring your 100%, I bring my 100%, because at the end of the day, you guys are one. If that alignment is not there, then I'll get a roommate. So if the goal is actually to save money or to be able to meet up with the bills, I'll get a roommate and we'll split the bills. That is more understandable, because that roommate understand that, okay, we're going to split everything equally. You're cooking, I'm cooking, you're cleaning, I'm cleaning, we're paying the bills together. That is a no-brainer. But when it gets to relationship, there are so many factors involved. You want to, not to talk of marriage. So I believe in 100%. You bring your 100%, regardless of who is earning more money. You bring in 100%. And the person who is more responsible financially, I think that is the key word. Because it's not about 50-50, it's not about partnership, it's not about 30-20. There has to be somebody who is responsible financially. If it is the man earning more money that is responsible financially, then I don't even think there should be. He will pay the bills and then make better financial decisions for the family. If the man is earning more money and is not financially, the wife is more financially responsible. I mean, Davido says his wife Choma handles his money. So I don't think it's about 50-50. I don't even think it's about partnership. I think it's about alignment. If you kind of align with your partner, you understand your partner spending habits, you know who who is financially responsible in this relationship or in this marriage, then it wouldn't be a problem, because the financially responsible one will ensure that regardless of anything that is going on, the bills are paid and we have savings and investments. I think that is what people should be looking for, not who is paying 50-50, who is providing this or who is providing that. So for me, 50-50 does not work for me. I believe in you bring your 100%, I bring my 100%, and then the person who is more financially responsible, regardless, listen, if that person is me and you're not listening to me, you want to bring 50% and then blow the remaining 50% on something else, and then when there's an emergency we don't have anything in the purse, or maybe because my own 50% I kept 30% of that and spent 20%, you're expecting me to now bring my 30% for that emergency purposes. This is where people have issues. So you bring your 100%, I bring my 100%. There is a emergency money, there's a spending money, there's the money for bills, and there's investment money. Once you can kind of divide this into these percentages that you all agree to, I think that's much better than having a 50-50 relationship where you pay 50, I pay 50, and then when there's an emergency we're all sitting looking at each other, and then the person who is now more financially responsible, saving maybe 30 or 20%, will then have to bring that 20% to solve that problem. That is where resentment comes in. So let me know, do you think that 50-50 works, or do you think that a man should take all the responsibility, financial responsibility, because the woman is going to be sitting now at home taking care of the kids? Or do you think that the person who is more financially responsible should be the one handling the money? Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like, and share. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.